naka-carbon, hindi ka agad na-on. Ang dahilan, meron itong on delay timer. So, napakita ko sa inyo yung on delay timer. Guys, ito, makikita ko dito, 6.1, 40K 6.2, tsaka 47.2. So, ito, para yan sa compressor number 2. May 0.5 seconds, delay 0.9, at saka 10 seconds. Makikita ko yan dito. Yan o. 40K to, ayun yun, no? Tapos, 6.1, tsaka 6.2, 7.2, ayun o. 6.1, 6.2, no? 6.1, sabi niya, dapat nakaset siya ng 0.5 seconds. Ayun. Tingnan mo ilan. 0, 0.2, 0.4, 0.5, okay? Tapos, ito naman, 6.2, 0.9 seconds. Bilangin mo. 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 0.9, okay? Tapos, 40K2. Okay? Yan yung sa compressor 1. 0.5 at saka 0.9. Sa compressor 2 naman, ito, 6.1, 6.2. So, isang 0.5, tama, saka 0.9. So, ito yung delay timer niya. No? Okay? Ito yung tinatawag natin anti-recycling. 5 minutes. Ibig sabihin, ito yun, 40K2. Para sa compressor number 2, 30K2 naman para sa compressor number 1. Ibig sabihin, kapag yung compressor kumara yan, no? Ini-start mo uli. Hindi ka agad tatakbo yung compressor after 5 minutes setting para lagana yung heater loob. So, may heater yan. So, para sa crankcase. Para yung langis dito uminit, hindi magalo yung liquid refrigerant sa loob bago mag-start to. Kaya 5 minutes yung setting. Yung anti-recycling niya ito. So nakikita natin, no, anti-recycling sa compressor 2. Kaibigan, compressor 2 yan, ha. Compressor 1. Ngayon, meron silang dalawang timer, 6.1, 6.2. Itong dalawa na to. Mamaya checkin natin yung unloaded timer. Dalawa. Itong 1, 2, no? Kasi mga unloaded timer niya, ito gumagana. Ito hindi. Tingnan natin bakit. Hindi bumibitaw. Yung air handling unit. Ayun. Handa na yung 1. Okay. Okay. Wala kami dalawa. Dali lang. So open. Clockwise open. Pag binabaan natin, mag-close. In here I have solid valve liquid for the compressor 1 going to the evaporator number 1 and compressor 2 going to the evaporator number 2. The problem, we don't have voltage on our solid valve, so the refrigerant is not able to passing on the evaporator. So what I did, I put a temporary wire and connect on my power source over there. So I temporarily remove these two cables on the solid valve. As you can find here, I don't have 220 volts here. Since this don't have a 220 volts, it's impossible for us to pass the refrigerant going to the evaporator. I check on the wiring diagram. The problem is we don't have 240 volts on a solenoid valve, from which it is passing through a temperature controller switch here. And this thermostat or temperature controller is represented by this drawing, square with T. And since the terminal here is broken, so in our air handling unit, we have two thermostat here for compressor 2 and compressor 1. So I remove the cover, and this is a thermostat paid by Johnson Control. So for you to check, you have attached the black cable on a ground body, then connect on the yellow. So as you can find, the yellow has 0 volts to ground, but the green has 110 or 114. So need to connect or make a contact between terminal green and yellow. So what you must need to do is just adjust the temperature setting of your thermostat. If you adjust this one, now you will able to connect the green having 105 volts and the yellow having 105 volts also. Since these two contacts are connected together, we have now a 220 volts in this terminal. So in this situation, we are able to produce a 220 volts supplying a solenoid valve voltage as well. Later I'm going to remove this one and connect directly on the solenoid valve for our compressor number 1. Then I'm going to remove this cable connected on the socket here. To confirm further, I'm going to proceed on the controller. So we proceed on the N and terminal X5102, X51101 and delay 30K04. So guys, this is the control circuit of my air condition compressor 2 and compressor 1. So from here on the drawing, we found the X5102 and this X5102 and N. I'm going to measure here. So from here we have a terminal strip. We found X51 going to the terminal N and this is a terminal S. So this is N going to the terminal 2. And now we have 224 volts as found here. So we have voltage here going to my thermostat and going to the contactor 30K4. To further check, we measure the X51 going to the X511. So this is X and X511. So we have 225 volts. And we further check that is 30K4 is located here. This is 30K4. This one. So verify this is energized, no problem. And terminal X51 2, 1, 2 to N have voltage. So for the meantime, I'm going to do after and perform a pump down on the system. Take note, we are able to start it by putting a cable wire on there on the solenoid valve. Now I will make a pump down on this one. Then I'm going to stop this compressor and connect the wiring on the solenoid valve. So we can make it look. And you observe the pressure is going down. And this, we are able to observe as we observe, the liquid refilling about 1/2, which is need to be normally in 3/4. So, on this condition, we collect all the refrigerant on the condenser. And we need to check. The cut is this one, and I'm going to switch off also this one, and I'm going to connect the wire on the solenoid valve. So in here, 30K4 is de-energized. We can remove this one. Okay. Between terminal N and 2, I have 98 volts. For compressor 3, to pump down also the compressor number 2. Then after pumping it down, I'm going to switch off also the circuit breaker so that we are able to remove the cable here without any potential. So both compressor are not working now. We can switch off everything. Okay. So it's safe for us to touch the X51 and N2. So zero potential, no problem. In here also I have zero potential. Okay, safe. So remove this, switch off, turn on, switch off, remove the plug. So in here we can remove the solenoid valve. Then we can remove the cable. We can put this in place. Now I just put back the wiring on the solenoid valve. This is 220 volts. I'm going to put it back now. Yung aking trainer, electrician, yan o. Yan, bali naka-continuity test mga guys. Yun o. Yung thermostat, kapag inikot mo yung thermostat, mawawala. So, ikutin mo siya uli. Yan, mag-on. Okay. So, ibabalik na natin. Shout out dyan kaya ano.
Shout out sa mga tao.
Okay. Low pressure switch. I-adjust mo siya ng ano, ng 0.2, mga 2 bars lang. 2 bars. So, ito yung low pressure switch. Dapat ang setting niya 2 bars. So, nakaset siya ng 1 bar. So, sobrang baba. Tapos ito namang high pressure niya 25 bars or 24, 23 bars pwede na. So, gawin natin siyang 2 bars para mamatay siya kapag nag low pressure, hindi masira yung compressor natin. So, from 0.5 bar gawin natin 2 bars pwede na. Okay, papaanda rin na natin. Buksan nyo yung ano, valve mula dun sa suction, no? Tataas yung pressure dyan. And kapag okay na, no? I-on nyo yung mga control breaker. 1, 2, 3. Okay, may mga ilaw. Number 1. Yung number 2. Okay. Tingnan natin yung relay. 30K4. Dapat may 220 volts. Okay. Yan, no? Diyan tatawid yung kuryente papunta doon sa thermostat, papunta dito sa 51N at saka 2. Start natin. May ilaw yan. Start.
The cause of having a low current of our compressor number 2 are due to the malfunction unloader valve. This unloader valve, as I found, is always activated because we have a malfunction timer on it. So we need to deactivate the unloader for you to flow the refrigerant coming from your condenser, and then you must need also to check this capacitor regulator 1 and 2. This stage 1 and 2 is set from 5 bars. I just reduced by 4 bars, and the capacity regulator on stage 1 from 3 bars I just set by 2.5 bars. So once it is set by 2.5 for stage 1 by 2 bars and stage 2 by 3.5 bars, this capacity regulator will work well.
And that wiring diagram is the compressor number 2. So from compressor number 2 we will find the 4101, 4102 must be open. 4104 and 41.4, 3 and 4 must be open for compressor number 2. In correspondence with compressor number 1, I need to check the 31.01 and 31.02 for the pressure switch. So these two pressure switch for the stage 1 and 2 is connected directly on this terminal box. 3101, 3102 here. So for the meantime, I just removed the connection wire of the unloader stage 1 and stage number 2. I just removed the cable in here. 1 and number 2. I just removed to operate the compressor at 100% running. So I'm able to increase the discharge pressure and suction pressure. As you would notice here, before I have 11 bars, now I have, this is 25, 20, I have 15 bars for discharge, and for suction before, I have 0.5 and become now 0.35. Before also, I have current less about 20 amperes, now I just increase by 32 amperes because we make it in full operation. As compared with my compressor number 2, I have 35 amperes, maximum is 56 amperes. compressor number 2. I have 22 bars discharge and 0.38, about 2.8 bars. Notice that the refrigerant charge of the compressor 2 is more than the refrigerant charge of the compressor number 1. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just investigating why the unloader valve for stage 1 and 2 is always having activated with 220 volts. Supposed to be during the period of starting the compressor, stage 1 and stage 2 will be energized, and then after a few seconds, stage 2 will be de-energized, and at the same time, after some time, the unloaded stage number 1 will also be activated, so we can operate the compressor. So the problem now, I'm just testing out, is why the unloader is always activated. One mistake I found here is, this is designated as compressor number 1, and this is the condenser compressor number 2. But according to the diagram, the X4101 and 4102, 4103 and 4104 is intended for compressor number 2. Since this is compressor 1, the wiring diagram states that I have 41, compressor number 2 having 41.01 and 02. But in the real situation, the compressor 1 is having a terminal winding of 41.01 and 02. Oh, ganun lang guys ang gagawin nyo pag may problema kayo sa aircon. Tignan nyo ang thermostat at i-check ang wiring connection. Ito, ang aking kasama, future electrician, future ETO. Yun. Kaway ka naman dyan.
Ay, kaibigan.
Ay dyan sa mga taga Sambuanga.
Sambuanga Duro.
Yan pala ang indication bakit maraming ipon. Sabi nila dito ng mga navigating officer, meron kaming low pressure.